15 defeats in the Premier League now for Spurs, 19 in all competitions. Another defeat before the international break. Another defeat against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Proper poor. More questions around Ange Postecoglou and his future. A lot to discuss to get into, from boos to the crowd to Postecoglou's hits at the likes of Basuma after the game, as well as analysing everything in this game. So make sure you are staying tuned to the end. What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're keeping well. Please do like and subscribe if you're new around here. Let's crack straight into it, because it ended Fulham 2, Spurs 0. So here's my instant match reaction. Really disappointing. As I said in the intro there, so many defeats. 15 now in the Premier League. That's 50% of all our Premier League games lost. The pressure will be piling on Ange Postecoglou following this, and it's just really disappointing. First half, I thought we were poor. Second half, I thought we were better, but ultimately we conceded 2 goals in that second half. It was really disappointing. I think the game was lost today on one substitution. Not just that, but I think a large part of it, and that was in, I think, something like the 68th minute. When Romero was brought off for Maddison. Of course, it's important to manage Romero's minutes. I thought he was excellent today. Maddison come on and lost the ball pretty much every time, and we were more vulnerable defensively from that. I think that changed the game, but also Fulham's changes. So credit to Marco Silva. I think he, bringing on Rodrigo Muniz. We couldn't deal with him last season. We couldn't deal with him today. But both goals conceded are really frustrating. That first goal is poor from Odobert. I think a lot of it is on Ange, the way we play, and Odobert won't be allowed to just hoof it forward, and he's decided to try and play out and get it wrong. And it's just frustrating, but we give Rodrigo Muniz too much time to shoot and score, and really from then it's really a downfall, isn't it? Let's be honest with you, especially following that substitution just a couple of minutes earlier. So that was really poor. And the second goal, Ryan Sessegnon, happy for him, not happy in the situation that he scored in. Really frustrating, but he scores within seconds of coming on. A real Spursy moment. Spence completely loses Ryan Sessegnon for me. I love him, Jed Spence. Fantastic player, but for me, this goal is on him. Davis, of course, has got to do better, and being out-muscled by Ryan Sessegnon is embarrassing. But what a goal. Take nothing away from the finish, and I think Fulham overall deserved it, with a better team over the course of the 90, created more opportunities, so it's proper frustrating to come out of this game with nothing. I mean, the only thing we've been consistent at this season is being inconsistent, and I do truly mean that. But yeah, pressure piles on Postecoglou every time, talking big in the week, and just piles more pressure on himself, totally unnecessary. So another really poor defeat. On a positive note, I thought Romero, as I said, was good today. I don't think fans appreciate that, but you can really notice it. He's back in the side. I thought Romero done well as the 6, a lot better. It was nice to finally see him in midfield. Matthias Tell thought he was one of his better games, if not his best so far in a Spurs shirt. Had a lot to offer, but towards the end there were boos in the crowd. Postecoglou was booed, the players were booed, and Tell, credit to him for encouraging us to come together to support the team, the manager, etc. So yeah, I appreciate that, and he's clearly reading the room, reading the moment quite well. But no, it was poor overall. I thought Basuma, hopefully it's the last time we see him in the Spurs shirt, and I don't mean that nastily, but I mean, Ange said it after the game, really poor, and just gets totally distracted in games. It just isn't up to the task. There's a lot of senior players in this game that I looked at and went, you're not fit to wear the shirt. Simply not good enough. Basuma was one of them. Johnson didn't offer enough in this game. Really disappointed with him late. He's got to do so much more. Solanke wasn't given a lot of service, but he had a couple of big chances in that second half. He's got to take them. I mean, we've had the luxury of Harry Kane, but he's got to take some of these chances. So that was poor. Doggy, poor first half. Credit to him, recovered and done better in that second half. Quite night for Vicario. So yeah, it's frustrating. I think Fulham were there for the taking. At times, I don't think it was their best performance, but they, in the end, were the better team. So this is really frustrating, because it's another defeat, and it's also another defeat before the international break. I mean, was it now our last 5 games before the international break we've lost? It's another defeat to Fulham. It's another goal conceded against Rodrigo Muniz. He lost to dominate this defence. So it's just a reoccurring pattern. And once again, you just look tired from Thursday. But I think Ange Postecoglou got it wrong today. Why the wholesale changes just before an international break? 18 days before we next play. There's no need to make that many changes. And I know it's a quick turnaround from that win on Thursday. The players put a lot into that Thursday win. I totally get that, but too many changes to me, and his in-game management was poor. I think that's the reason why we've lost this game. I'm honest with you. I do think it's on him. Players need to do more on the pitch. Again, it comes back to the owners, the chairman, so that you can point the blame everywhere. But the reality is we were really poor since Romero left the pitch. And Spurs fans won't like to say that, but I do think that was the case, that Romero for Maddison sub killed the game, and we just couldn't recover from that. Maddison's so good as well on Thursday, but really poor in this game. But that first goal from Fulham, as I said, it really are our own worst enemies, aren't we? Just losing possession too easily, not defending properly, causing our own problems. It's just frustrating, but there are positives to take, of course. But at the end of the day, it's another defeat. So get involved in the comments below what you thought on today's game. Really frustrating. I think Postecoglou will be given to the end of the season, though. Regardless, 18 days of no Spurs Day at the moment. I'm not going to complain, but please do like and subscribe if you're new. Check me out at HarryScarf22 across all socials, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, Scarfy Spurs. Check out our weekly podcast Monday night, 7:45 p.m. as usual, reviewing this game. I feel it'll be another therapy session, I'm afraid. So if you need that, please do tune in. For now, massive Common You Spurs.